What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. We got a really great show tonight. We've got on DJ Money because listen, it's about your financial freedom and where you're trying to go in 2021. I know on this show we bring on the funny, we bring on the serious, and that's the point for us to be able to all go forward together. So, if you're just turning in and you don't know who I am, I'm the author of the Smartphone Millionaire book. I invest in people, businesses, and real estate from the palm of your hand. You can grab this book in the links below or also on Amazon. And for those of you needing a Christmas gift, gratitude journal. Listen, you guys got to get that gratitude in your life. Recalibrate yourselves. So DJ Money's been on our show before, but introduce yourself to the audience, DJ.
Oh, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I want to say thanks again, Erica, for letting us come on to this amazing platform. And we've been rocking and rolling with you since August. But let me just, for those people who don't know me on this magnificent platform of yours, tell you my quick story. My story is just like yours. About 2 decades ago, 20 years ago, I had a 525 credit score, came out of college, and I had $40,000 worth of consumable debt in addition to $20,000 worth of student loan. And within one turn down, how I found out I had a 525 credit score, Erica, I actually went to the bank to buy a house. And I thought I had professional income, but I didn't have professional credit. And they turned me down. So after that happened, 2 years later, I tried to start a business. And I had money. I had money saved up and everything. And the same bank turned me down. So at that point, I said, you know what? I can have two pathways. I can become the victim or I can become victorious. I decided to become victorious. I read a book called The Road to Wealth. And actually, Erica, I just read one chapter on credit. And it broke down exactly how credit worked, the quadrants and everything. And within 12 months, I took my 525 to 720. Within 24 months, I took my 720 to 800. And I have not had under an 800 credit score for over 15 years. And within 3 years of that, I'll be able to become consumer debt free, which was in 2002. I paid off all of my consumable debt, 40,000, and I paid off my student loan. So I actually eradicated without filing bankruptcy, taking ownership to my debt, and I paid off $60,000 worth of student loans and consumer debt. I ain't even 60,000. I ain't even excited about that. 6 years later, I became financially independent. I had a six-figure passive income through businesses, real estate, and dividend stocks. And I eclipsed a seven-figure net worth in 2008. So from 2002, I became consumer debt free. 2008, I became a six-figure income earner with a seven-figure net worth. And at that point in time, I realized I was onto something, and I started helping people in my community. First person I helped was my mother. She was a victim of predatory lending back in the mid-90s. And my mother was also 3 years later, like in 99, a victim of identity theft. So
they were like, "We got that good credit. We gonna get her."
Yep, exactly. So I went through a course through Focus on the Family. There was an 8-week course to teach you about all these things to get your stuff in order through my church. But it was so long that out of 100 people that started it, Erica, only about 20 people finished the program. I was one of those 20 people. So I said, you know what if I could take this program and condense it down to like 3 hours? So I came up with a program that I got securities licensed, got all my license. I had a Series 7, Series 6, 63, annuities, life and health, all those licenses due at that time frame. And I figured out how to take that 8-week program and condense it down to 3 hours. And I created a program called Family Finance 101. It's a 3-hour, 18-module course that you would just go to, just like I read that book, Road to Wealth. If you had a problem right now with your mortgage, you can go right to the module on mortgages, and it'll teach you exactly how mortgages work. If you wanted to buy a car, it would teach you exactly how to negotiate the car, what the price of the car, what the value of the car is, how they package it, everything like that. So it's like an encyclopedia. So in the course of 2 decades, I've worked with over 20,000 people and helped them become consumer debt free, increase their credit scores from 30 to 60 points in 30 days or less, become financially independent, start businesses, and help them work in what I call the 7 spheres of money. And what the 7 spheres of money is actually what a lot of professionals, you and I know, is actually working with accounting, insurance, banking, financial planning, real estate planning, and legal. And I selfishly found those professionals for myself, Erica, and then I started helping them help people in my community. Started at my church, started working with the YMCA. I work with the Houston Federal Reserve. I work with the state of Illinois Attorney General's office for young attorneys. I work with the state of Michigan in predatory lending. I've worked with the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama. Last year, I did all their employee educational plans, and just been excited about doing that and having a ball doing it over the past 2 decades. And just once I met you, this year alone in the pandemic, we work with over 4,000 people from January of 2000 up to today. And since August, we work with over 400 people in your program. They either came on the platform, enrolled in the course, got the consultations, worked with Melvin, worked with Nick, worked with Leonard. So we've had a ball, and I'm so excited about that. Is that in our community alone and helping these people, is that out of those over 400 people, 160 of them got the course. This the Family Finance 101 course, because that's the foundation. Out of those, 80 of those people actually either work with me, Melvin, Nick, or Ray in some capacity over the last 5 months. And here's the other thing that's great about it. On the investor side, and you know this, we raised in 5 days $250,000 cash to participate in a $2.5 million project. Yep. And just last week, we did a webinar on Forex, because a lot of people asking me about Forex. And I actually have a best friend who's a multimillionaire through Forex. He trades 7 figures a month, trades $1 million a month. He makes between $35,000 to $50,000 a week trading Forex in profit. Last week, he did a special webinar for our executive members who've been with us since January, and half of them that came through your program, and a $3,000 webinar we gave to them free as a birthday present, because this month is our birthday. And in that, we raised $150,000 in 1 day for people to invest. So that's kind of my story and what I'm excited about, and why I'm excited to be back on your platform. I think it might be the 3rd or the 4th time. And this has been such a great experience to get these people that we work with. And we work with a variety of different people. We got a college student, Erica, that just out of college, about 21 years of age. We've got attorneys that we work with. We got doctors we work with. We got truck drivers. We got cashiers. We have flight attendants. We have small business owners who run businesses that are $1 million. We have people who are doing Amazon storage, AWS, that just hit $100,000 in revenues since June. So we've been working with a lot of people, and we were so inundated with the people in your organization that I had to shut down consultations. I mean, the first 2 times I came on your show, I had like 120 something calls in like 7 days.
Listen, this channel, they call you. They'll call that phone. They'll tear it up.
So we literally had to shut down the calendar.
Part of what I want people to really take away from this story is you got to put the mask on yourself, and then you put the mask on others. So he started with himself. He went to his mother, then he can help more people. You got to keep that chain of effect going. Each one teach one, but start with yourself. And a lot of times we get in our community and you dig under the rubble, and people haven't started with themselves. And starting with yourself, getting that improvement, at least being able to finish the course. If you think about that, imagine being able to finish something that only 20 people out of, you said 100 started?
Yep.
20 people out of 100 finished.
Yep.
1 in 4. Basically 1 in 4 finished.
Only 20 made it through. And what I always like to do is like to show the fruits in the pudding. So when I tell people I have a 800 credit score, and a lot of times be like, okay, I want to believe you. So here's where I was. If you can see that, Erica, I think that says what's the date and time on that one?
Zoom in a little bit closer. 05, 18, 20, 806 okay. Credit score.
All right. Let me show you another one.
As of 07, 18, 20, 800 exceptional credit score.
So you see, it went down 6 points because I'm doing business.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I did some other stuff as a business owner.
That 800.
817. 918. And then right now, as of 1118, Erica, you want to see that and read that for the folks?
821, 19 years, 5% revolving utilization.
What's the date on that bad boy?
11/18/20.
So, as you can see, it goes ups and down, but it's never been below 800, and it's never been below 800 for 15 years. Mm-hmm. But here's the great thing about it is that most people that get our course, within 30 days, we're able to get them 30 to 60 points improvements by not any tricks or anything, but just showing them techniques on how credit works, how to apply early payments, how to increase their credit line, and actually to dispute, blemishes on their record. And we've had a 98% success ratio of doing that. And this year alone, doing that with over 100 members of our program.
For sure. Listen, I found some deals in Dallas, and I was looking at some land, some multifamily, and some of the members who just finished completing some of your projects, some of your work over there, reached out to me like, "Hey, I want to buy that." And I'm like, well, hold on, let's do due diligence over here. I'm glad I drove up there and checked it out, because one of the pieces of the land was not a good spot. So I know it works, and I know people that work with you, I know it works for them. So thank you guys for dropping your city and state in the chat. It helps us know where you are, where you're located, and maybe in the future we could do a live or a in-person show someplace in one of these cities. But a lot of y'all are in, looks like, Texas, New Braunfels, Dallas. We got Atlanta, Boston. We've got New Jersey, Jacksonville, Florida, Boston, Raleigh. Hello, everybody. Toledo, Ohio. Thank you for dropping in. I think we both have investments in Detroit, Michigan.
Yep.
Right now,
investments in Ohio too.
Yep, Cleveland. I got something in Cleveland.
St. Louis also. St. Louis, Missouri. And we will have some stuff down in Florida real soon here. We've been working on a couple of projects as well. So that's our story. Mm-hmm. And like I say, hey, I'm here to give you some updates on what we've been doing, tell you about where we've been. I've got some awesome people coming on the platform with us to show you what the 7 spheres of money really is about. And like I said, it's our birthday month. So December is the best month for us. It's Nick's birthday, my birthday, Leonard's birthday, and we're about to give away a whole bunch of stuff to you.
December babies.
Yes, sir. Yeah, our parents are getting busy in March.
I'm telling you, listen, my mom is a December baby, and me and my brother are March babies.
Well, there you go. Your parents are getting busy in the winter. My parents are getting busy in the spring.
They're like, springtime is the best time. So we got California, Durham, North Carolina, Maryland, Michigan, Brooklyn, New York. Hello, welcome to the channel, you guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. You know, lately we've been getting the channel up to 400 people on the live. Let's keep that going. If you guys are enjoying the content, put a 1 in the comment section.
Yeah, now, definitely put a 1 in the comment section. Tell them put a 1 in the comment section if they want to improve their credit, they want to eliminate their debt, and they want to start a business, and they want to make 6 figures in 2021. If they want to do those 3 things, put a 1 or put a fire in the comment section, because we got something so amazing for them for 2021. It's going to knock their socks off. I mean, literally knock their socks. I mean, my new partner that's in the queue that accomplished 10 times more than I've accomplished, and is at the higher end of the spectrum nationally, is going to blow your mind. She's going to blow your mind. Her and her husband are amazing. I actually was just on their show a week or 2 ago, and we had an amazing return from their audience. So if they're excited about that, put that fire in there, because we're going to show them something amazing.
They in there. They're dropping fires. They're dropping emojis.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I see James Von Newton. Hopefully I didn't hack your name up. There we go.
Consultant dropping the fire. Also, I see you in here coming in. I see you guys in California. I see more California. I see Philly. We just finished talking about Philly. Midland, Texas. I see you. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, let's get the show on the road, man. I'm so excited.
Okay. So people have been signing up with you, and we got a few people coming in. They're going to tell their story kind of with us. They're going to give a good testimony for you. So, you know, some of your thoughts on 2021. What do you think is going to happen? What do you see? Because we're on the positive side of life here on this channel. So you tell me some of the things you're hoping to accomplish next year.
Well, we're not hoping. We're going to accomplish these things, okay? Okay, because you're the generation right behind me. So I've been here before. So you know, history is a good indicator of the future. Okay. So if you all were old enough to realize what was happening back in 2008 to 2012, put a 1 in the chat box. What happened in 2008 to 2012 was we had a mortgage, fiasco. Right? We had derivative stocks, and there was basically a collapse of the economy. We went into a true recession, first time since the Great Depression. I was in the thick of that. I was right around in your age bracket, right? But from studying that, when I cashed in my chips because I didn't know what was going on, I actually gave up millions of dollars. But fortunately, I had other businesses that were thriving. But in that real estate sector, I bailed out because that wasn't my expertise. That was my number one expertise out of my 7, income streams that I had. But my partner, Clarence, he stayed in the game and he started buying the properties at 10 cents on the dollar. So when you ask me about what we hope is going to happen in 2021, we're going to have a similar experience in real estate that we had 2008 to 2012 is going to happen in 2021 to 2023. Okay. May not be as drastic, but it's going to be similar where if you have cash, you have business credit, and you have personal good credit, you will be able to buy things pennies on the dollar and actually scale up fast. Okay.
So before I'm gonna stop you for a second, you guys, I've already told you this, and if you're in the Rise of 20%, if you're in any of our courses, I literally last week called about 125 homeowners every day for about 4 days in a row. We literally had deals we couldn't do, DJ, because there was nowhere to take the trailers, right? We didn't have any land in Dallas. We had 5 people like, here, take it away for pennies on the dollar. We had nowhere to take it. So we had to turn down, we had to ship them to another friend.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, their deals are already out here happening.
We're gonna leverage that. So in the real estate sector, we're gonna do $20 million through residential, but primarily commercial, and we're gonna get our ducks in that mobile home business market. So that's what we see in 2021, $20 million worth of revenue, and our members that are involved that go through the Family Finance 101 program, and then they graduate to our memberships, which are actually what we call executive and principal memberships for professionals and business owners. And then we're going to do a $1 million Forex fund that will operate like a hedge fund for our own people. And this is the highest level of investing that you can participate in. And I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, why I can guarantee we're going to be successful at it, Erica.
Okay. Y'all hear that? Y'all got 3 guesses.
Yep. And tell you what, if the people in the chat can figure this out, they will get a free program tonight that we're giving away for. They'll get the free Family Finance 101 course that is a $400 value. If you can answer that question in the next
wait, did you just say $400 value?
It's a $400 value.
Where the money reside? Listen, there's a guy going viral.
That's right. It literally $400. And let me tell you why. Because the course is 3 hours. It's 18 modules. Okay. And the course gives you a consultation with me and Melvin, which is another $1,000 value in of itself outside of the course. So really what you'll get is $1,500. If you can answer that question on how we can prove to you, we're going to do a $1 million Forex fund successfully. So they can start thinking. So, and from there, we're going to do what's the most important. Erica, we're going to work with 1,000 people a month starting in January.
1,000 people a month.
1,000 people a month. Our goal is to work with 12,000 people in 2021. We have worked with over 4,000 people in 2020, directly and indirectly through our spheres of money, system. So we're going to triple that and work with 1,000 people. And then the most important part is we're going to work with children age 8 to 21 and teach them how to fish. Okay. So we have a partner that we've been working with since June named Holly Reed. She's a CPA, and she wrote this beautiful program called Teach Your Child How to Fish. The 5 money habits every child should master. We're going to work with children, and we're going to teach them how to create their own portfolios in dividend stocks. Then the children who are ages 16 to 21, Erica, we're going to teach them how to own their own investment property.
Mhm.
And again, I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. How I can guarantee that.
So do the question one more time so they can all, because they got some answers in here, but I want to make sure.
Okay, so this is the second one. So we're going to teach the children age 8 to 21 how to own dividend stock, how to own real estate, and be business owners. And so my question to you is, how can I guarantee that? I give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. How I know we're going to be successful at it.
We got some people dropping some answers in here. Okay. So
All right.
we'll give y'all 30 seconds.
Give us a couple answers, because I want to bring on my newest partner, because she's been waiting. And I know we're a little bit, but give us a couple of answers, and we'll tell you why we'll guarantee this. And if you answer correctly, you will get yourself a $400 program sent to you immediately. Special bonus $3,000 pack. So I'm giving away $10,000 worth of stuff tonight to celebrate my birthday, Nick's birthday, Leonard's birthday, and Christmas and New Year. I've never done.
You just got cakes at the office this month. Just cake all month long. All right. Someone said Forex is a $6 trillion market.
Yep, but that's not the answer, though. That's true.
Someone said group investment.
That's a good answer, but that's not true.
Someone said syndicate.
Man, we getting close.
Someone said because you get to invest with the big people first, IPO.
Man, y'all right there. One more question.
Okay, we're gonna.
I want to give away something. Y'all can just put it all together. You know, when you in class and the first person gets it wrong, the second person get close, the third one, then the fourth one get there. You right there.
Liz said Forex, buying real estate, investment in stocks.
All right, well, I hate to tell y'all, you're all wrong. So let me tell you how I can guarantee. Great answer. The first one is we've done it. Okay? So our Forex expert trades $1 million a month, and he's been doing it since 2006. He makes between $35,000 to $50,000 a week. So if he's been doing it and he's worked with over 1,000 people, that's the reason why I can guarantee it. Number 2, I've invested 5 figures with him beginning in November. I've already got over 40% return on
Wait. Allison Thomas, I just looked at the timestamp. She did say it because you've done it before.
All right, so Allison, she got a winner. You got a winner chicken dinner. Winner chicken dinner. All right.
I don't want to.
So write her down. Winner chicken dinner.
Allison Thompson. You write her down.
All right, so you're right. Done it before. And so with the children, here's how I can guarantee with the children. I have 4 children, okay? My children age 8 to 16. Every time each one of my children turned 7 years of age, you know what I did, Erica? I taught them how to invest in dividend stocks. I bought real estate with their name on it, and I showed them how to invest through 4 envelopes. So if you have children between 7 to 21, put a 1 in the chat box right now, because this is real important. And this is, I'm joking, but I'm highly serious. So in my course, I made this the most important thing. If you can see that, it's how to become a millionaire. Can you see that, Erica?
Yes.
So we teach children from age 7 to 21 based on a mathematical equation. If you get 12% return on everything you teach your children to do by taking these 4 envelopes. So if your children gets $100 for Christmas, I want you to take your child and the 50%, I want you to put into investment, okay? 30%, I want you to put into savings. So that's 80% right there. 10%, I want you to tithe or give away to somebody that needs it, okay? That's 90%. And 10% left, that $10, you let them spend it on whatever they want. So we've been teaching our children and over thousands of other children across the country that same 4 envelope model, and it's not do it on the computer, on the smartphone. They got to do envelopes. They need to see it, okay? And then when they do that, in our course, Family Finance 101, we show them who wants to be a millionaire, and there's a mathematical equation. If they make 12% return, which we've been making 18%, can't guarantee it, but we've been making 18%. If they can put $21 aside, Erica, every month, from 8 to 50, they will have, if you can see up here on this board, $250,000 to $500,000 in the bank. That is a mathematical fact. And all 4 of my children from 8 to 16 right now have 4 to 5 figures of investments that they started at 7 years of age. So right now in this holiday, I don't give my children any gifts anymore. I let the grandparents and uncles and aunts do that.
Don't look for
I
nothing.
put, based on their grades, I put a minimum of $500 to $2,000 in each one of their accounts. And then we take that collectively and we buy real estate. That's how I can guarantee that. So what I like to be able to do while we're talking about this, can we bring D on? Can we add her to the dialogue? Because this is amazing. Because I know we got a little late start. She's on these stuff. Hey D, how you doing?
I'm great. You guys are awesome.
I love the glasses. I love the glasses.
Thank you.
So
Having me, Erica, and DJ the Money Coach is off the chain.
So if you don't know who Miss D. Taylor Jolly is, I want you guys to look up her and her awesome husband. They are the most powerful together couple I've ever met on the planet. Dr. Willie Jolly has a program called Wealthy Ways, and they've been doing this for over 30 years. And she don't look a day over 45.
Bless you.
So Dr. Jolly's specialty is similar to mine, but at a higher level. He is a syndicated radio financial advisor across the country on Sirius XM. I first read Dr. Jolly's first book that I came in contact with in 1997, called A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback, and it changed my life.
And it's timely right now.
Say the title one more time.
A setback is a setup for a comeback. And I believe it came out in 1997. And I was going through a hard time. And that was during the time I had the 525 credit score. And I read his book. And it just boosted me from a confidence standpoint that made me realize that all these challenges I was having, Erica, were just opportunities to actually show that I had character. 2, be really solidified in my dreams. And 3, move forward, because if it's going to be worth it, it was going to have to be some obstacles to overcome. And when I read that, I basically said, you know what, it's time for me to start a business. And after I became successful, I always said if I had a chance to meet Dr. Jolly, it would be a phenomenal opportunity. And without that said, I'm going to turn it over to Miss D. Jolly and tell her how that all came to fruition. It's a bucket list thing that happened, and now we're about to get some major blessings for our people.
I just want to say again, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me, Erica.
Thank you.
The Money Coach is an aggressive young man. Let me just say that. How did I end up here? This aggressive, that's an important word, young man sent us an email and said, you need to have me on your show.
That sounds familiar, Erica?
Now, who doesn't do that? We get emails and calls daily wanting to be on Willie's podcast, on his XM show, and everybody says they're fabulous. Mr. DJ, the Money Coach, said, and I know George Frazier, and he supplied content. And because of the content, the business information, what I call the back office information, because it's not just how much money you're making, it is how much you're keeping and investing.
Yes.
So my husband says, D, look at this. Do you think this guy is for real? I'm like, great content. Call George and find out if he is as he appears to be. That's what Willie did. DJ, the Money Coach, was on Willie's XM show. And because of his area of expertise, my hubby said, D, would you join me on this interview? And it was a delight. And now here I am.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Listen, I'm glad he tracked you down.
Now, here's the great part, Erica. D does something I talk about tremendously about, a lot of mistakes that small business owners make and they're not aware of. And this is her expertise in her lane. So what I'd like to be able to do is have Dee explain to our audience what it is she significantly does with real small business owners, professionals, and entrepreneurs, and specifically in the lane of working with, certified minority business entrepreneurs, which a lot of people, like you talked about, Erica, can make huge government contracts, and profitability, D is the foremost expert in this area from experience and expertise. So, Dee, can you share that with them? Because this is one of the missing pieces to our puzzle in the 7 spheres that we're now going to have taken care of from here on out.
Number one, learn from the mistakes. And when you get tired of making the mistakes, you start to associate intentionally with people who know more than you do in all of those different areas. So I call myself and my husband and everybody else in the business, they call me the back office boss, because people who have areas of expertise, be it some other kind of technical skill, whatever it is that they do, from being an owner of a restaurant, some kind of technology company, they all have to have the same basic infrastructure. What's going on in the background? Did you separate your business money from your personal money when you got started?
Boom, 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 boom.
One of my young men, 47 years old, and I mentioned this to DJ the Money Coach earlier, had a consult with him, and he said, D, I got my very first government contract. I'm a subcontractor now with Homeland Security. I got my first check in the bank. Wow. What do I do? How do I pay myself? So I said, so let me see if I understand. You do have a separate business account from your personal account, but you have not decided yet whether or not you're going to be a W-2 person or a 1099 person. Now, this person has been hustling for over 20 years doing his thing. So now he's finally ground his way up, and he wants to do everything on the up and up, and so that he can even have taxes filed. What do you do? So those are the kinds of things that we work through, because every business has to have a foundation. And don't think that because you are not a W-2 employee that you're not going to pay taxes on that money. Some kind of way, the government is going to get theirs. So will they get it on the front end where you can control it, or the back end where they take it out of your banking account that you do not want?
Yes.
All right. So you're a small business person. You come up with an idea. Let's say you're doing something and it's supplemental. How do you maintain? Do you have inventory? Is inventory money? How do you need to look at it? So I'm saying you need to surround yourself with some key people. The thing I love about DJ the Money Coach, he has it all in one spot. And that was what was so exciting. And I had not seen that before. Because on your team, you do have to have a legal person. And by the way, I'm a proud mom of an attorney. So you do have to have someone who can give you the basic agreement or contract if you're dealing with many different organizations. So you have to have some kind of template. And if you run into a problem, you have to have someone that you can go to and say, oh my God, fix this for me. And I needed it yesterday. Yeah. Insurance is a major challenge, especially as we're coming out of the Trump administration, who was trying to get rid of Obamacare. Now, let's just look at the overall thing. Everybody needs some kind of health insurance. Many small business people say, you know what? I cannot afford health insurance.
Woo. Man,
I don't have time to search for it. But you know what? If you had a broker, and brokers are free because they're being paid by the insurance companies to take your information and shop for you. A small business person, do you have errors and emissions insurance? You're like, oh my God, I just can't. It's just too much.
What about hazardous insurance?
Damn. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What about hazardous insurance? All those people that got their PP and DIL?
General life, and it can become so overwhelming that many say, I'm just not going to bother, and I'm going to be creative, and I'm going to take my lumps. That is not a good look, and it doesn't provide for having a legacy that you want to leave for your family that you are absolutely absolutely doing with the different envelopes. You know, that is totally old school. The envelopes so they can feel and touch the money. That's old school. So you need to have in your corner.
You know, it's so funny, Erica, that when I came on to the show, Dee started drilling me. She was like asking me all these questions. She asked me questions about insurance. She asked me questions about annuities. And I thought she was trying to trip me up. And I just kept answering the questions. And she was like, oh, man, I like this stuff. And I said, Dee, I got one for you. You know, I always do I give you 3 questions first, 2 don't count. I said, Dee, do you know what the Cafe 125 rule is?
He was trying to trick me. We were already using it. We didn't have that name for it. But you know why I knew about that? That's because we also have the CPA and I have a bookkeeper too. Okay? The bookkeeper checks on me to make sure that I've done the details. And then I have the CPA who reminds me of how the laws have changed, how I need to be positioned with this business. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of pieces. You don't need to have everybody on your payroll.
Right.
You need to have access to expertise that is there when you need them. But for your foundation, it has to be laid out right to begin with so that you are not backing into it and paying lots of taxes because you didn't do it correctly. And let me just say this. Do you know that the average small business, 80% of businesses are small businesses? Now, what is that? Everything from 0 to up to 200 people. That is quite a spread. And in that spread of small businesses, most of those small businesses did not get PPP, did not get EIDL, and did not get small business loan. Do you know why? Because they did not have themselves positioned so that they could tell the story the way the bank or the financial institution needed to hear it. So it's not that they weren't working hard. It wasn't that they did not have a viable entity in terms of the business, but they were not able to tell the story the way it needed to be told. So they did not have access or chose or didn't think that they could have access to someone who could actually help them do that. Now, having said that, we got EIDL, we got PPP, we got small business loan. Why? Because I'm on top of every penny. You have to be. And as a small business person going from nobody up to maybe 200 people, that's pretty big. You have to do it, or you have to surround yourself with individuals who can give you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not.
Man, can you see why I'm excited, Erica?
I'm telling you.
We are going to be blessed to bring this amazing person to our team in a partnership, and she's going to handle all the back office needs through her program called Back Office Boss for all of our members who are professionals moving into entrepreneurship and our small business owners who want to go to the next level, go from, just being a minority, women's certified entrepreneur, a disabled minority certified entrepreneur or small business to the A8 certification and above and beyond to make those millions of dollars of contracts. So we're going to kick off this amazing webinar for the first 50 people that engage in our program tonight. $3,000 webinar, absolutely free. Wow. It's going to be highlighted with Miss D Jolly, Mr. Leonard on Forex, and me talking about the 7 spheres of money literally next week.
Hold on
one second. It's going to be the day before my birthday. So that's what we're excited about. And you're going to get all that stuff. And we're going to actually bring on a couple of testimonials real quick to let them share with you their experience. And we want D to stay on with us. So we got one of them queued up. I think his name is Sharon, a young college student, just to give you experience, because I get a lot of questions. And here's the thing that always amazes me, Erica, is that people will come to us with amazing challenges and expect us literally to change their life in a day. And when it doesn't happen, they think that the program don't work. And I say, you know what? That's amazing to me. How long did it take for you to build up that 525 credit score? How long did it take for you to get into that $70,000 worth of debt? How long did it take for you to apply and get your entity structure together to do what D is talking about? If you haven't done those, here's the problem with social media. We'll get on this platform and be excitable, and we'll make money just out of ignorance on fire, and we don't have all the back office stuff in row, and then it falls apart, and then you want to blame somebody. So we want to break it down and keep it simple and show you how to run the basics. So that's the important piece. And with the Forex piece, it's important to know that this guy is making $35,000, $50,000 a week in Forex, but guess what? He's been doing this since 2006. He didn't just start doing it yesterday. You know, we have 7 spheres of money because we have 7 streams of income like you, Erica, and we can position when the pandemic shuts down our door. And this is one thing that Dee and Dr. Jolly and I relate to, is that a portion of our business is travel and being in front of people as speakers. That business went almost completely away, but the positive part was the being online doing these platforms, that increased 100-fold. So we didn't, slow down. We just transitioned to another phase. A lot of people, they're completely out of business because of that. And you speak about this all the time, Erica. So what I like to do real quickly is bring on one quick guest, and he literally just came through the course last week and was amazed by. I think we have him teed up. If we're not,
hold on one second though. Hold on one second.
Yeah, okay.
So everybody, listen. If this is amazing content, if you're being helped, drop a 2 in the comments. Also support the channel. You can also Cash App, super chat, or just leave helpful comments. Thank you, Christian, for the $5 super chat. Sis Erica, this is some solid information. Thank you for bringing on these 2 high-powered individuals. Bar none, top-notch YouTube channel, hands down. Thank you so much. We appreciate you supporting the channel.
We got a bonus for Christian because my son's name is Christian. Since he donated, Christian, you get part of the program. We're going to give you something special too.
All right, Christian, reach out to our staff. I'll put it in the chat. You know the staff's email. Again, you guys, the likes are free. Hit the like button. All right, I'm going to bring on the testimonials, folks. Christian, reach out to our staff. I'll put it in the chat.
This is amazing. I mean, God is good, and this is the thing too that Dr. Jolly said. Hey, God put on his heart to bless somebody, and he reached out and said he will bless us, and I'm so grateful for it. Sean, how you doing, brother?
Man, I can get them all in here.
I'm doing good, bro.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing, Sharon?
Hello.
Good stuff. I'm gonna talk to Sharon real quick, Sharon, then I'm gonna come right to you. Okay. So, Erica, this is an amazing story. So, Sean been following us for about a year, right?
Yeah.
And he just reached out, hit our thing up, was like, "Hey, I've been waiting for this time to talk to you, DJ, the Money Coach." And I'm like, "Where you from? Who you came through us with?" He said, "Hey, man, I'm from the Urban X platform, and I've been waiting to get in touch with you." I said, "Okay, all right, let me talk to this young man." So he hops on, and I say, "Hey, man, you got to get the link." He actually got the package that we're putting together tonight for your organization, and this young man jumped on it just like that. So, Sean, can you share with us your background, your age, and what you got out of the program, and why you're so excited for your future?
Okay, first and foremost, I'm very excited to be here. Thanks to Erica for being on your podcast. Thanks to DJ the Money Coach once again, and D. I love what she said because DJ is very aggressive, definitely very aggressive, and the information that I gathered was very important, And just the short time that we spoke, we talk about, finding your niche. I thought that was very important because a lot of times I struggle with finding out what am I good at. So, that was very important. But
I think you got it. Are you still there, Sean? You froze a little bit.
Sean. I think you froze a little bit.
Okay, there we go.
You good. Try again.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I come from
all
a
that
single-parent
excitement
household. Yeah. But, yeah, so I'm a server. That's what I do. I work at a catering service. But now I'm trying to evolve and grow as a person. And, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. That's also what I've spoken about with DJ and Money Coach. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, tell them about that Forex webinar you were able to get gifted into. How was that? How did you like that?
Oh man, that was amazing. That was amazing because the information in there is, very few people have that information. So I was grateful to be invited.
At your age, Sean, can you share with us how old you are again? I think Sean might have frozen up on us.
Sean, we're gonna have to get you next level phone, baby. We're gonna hook you up.
I'm sorry. I'm 22. I'm 22.
Let me ask you a question. by the time you're 25, from your experience with us, and you plug into a system, how much money you think you're gonna make based on what you've experienced over the past week and a half?
100,000. You know, close to it. Could be 100. It could be $1 million, depending on how hard I work. You know.
What makes you believe that? What makes you believe that?
Just the pathway that you laid out to me. You know, while we spoke on the phone, the things and that's you gave me information that I could use right away, not something that
I think John froze again a little bit.
All good, all good. We're gonna talk some $40 this month. We're gonna get you this. We're gonna get you on
I'm sorry
for that. That Verizon. Get with Verizon.
Hey Sean, how excited were you when Mr. Leonard made? How much money did Mr. Leonard make in the time frame we were on that webinar? How much money did he make? You remember?
Oof, man, I do, but I can't remember. I forgot. Was it 11,000?
$11,000 in 45 minutes while we were on the webinar live. So I'm so excited for Sean, because what I told Sean is he needs to find out what his hedgehog concept was, and basically his passion, his ability to be number one in a specific industry that we discussed, and what was something that will put people in front of him so that he can actually make money off of his skill sets. And Sean got it, and we plugged him in, and that's why I said, you know what, Sean, I want to show you what the future is, and we're going to be working side by side with Sean from here on out, because he's I told him if I was in his position at 22, I'd be a billionaire, because I started far later than that. So Sean, hey, why would you recommend people get plugged into us? And then we're going to move on to Sharon. And I thank you for coming onto the platform.
Once again, thank you. I would recommend, people to work with DJ and Money Coach once again, because you're going to give them information that they can use right now, not down the line, right now. You're going to lay a pathway out and help them find out what is their niche. Yeah, that's my best recommendation.
Man, I'm excited for you, Sean, man, and we're gonna make sure that you hit all your goals in 2021, because you're gonna be incorporated, and it's gonna be like my mentee. So thanks for coming on, Sean. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, my friend.
All right,
likewise.
Sean,
thank you to all of you. Thank you.
All right, we've got Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon, how you doing?
Thank you for your patience, Sharon. Thanks
a lot. Sharon has benefited from the whole program, and she's an experienced person, which I liked about meeting Sharon, is that she's experienced life, she's been a professional, she's been an entrepreneur, and she has some successes, she has some challenges, and she picked up from there. So Sharon, can you give them a run of the gamut of where you were when you met us, how we were plugging you into a system, and how our other experts have worked with you, and how you benefited from Erica's platform as well, and what you're excited about?
Hold on real quick before you start, Sharon.
Okay.
I want to thank Alyssa Thompson for the $10 Cash App. I want to thank several of you guys. I listed your webinar, DJ, but they can't seem to link it because it's full. They're already trying to register and it says it's full. So
that's why buzzes over here.
Yeah, hit your staff and so I can share it right. Okay.
All right. Let me get Nick on it.
But y'all, he's trying to fix it right now. But thank you everybody who's Cash App, and thank you for the super chats. I appreciate every one of y'all. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I actually learned by DJ, two ways, through the Urban X and through a story. I know she comes on every Wednesday on his show. So the story is actually me and my sons, my son and I hairstylists. But what I benefited from the program, because I was kind of had everything set up financially with life insurance, even my own disability insurance, and insurance I already had on my son, and I was a professional as well, and had different LLCs as well as nonprofits. But what I enjoyed about DJ's course, and then I also speak on Mr. Leonard Ray with the Forex, is DJ offered me something that I want to say no bank, account, or any other financial coach that I sought out on my own actually offered me everything that he offered. From, even though I had insurance, he had me to speak to some people who could reevaluate what I needed. So from my son's standpoint, mine was set up pretty well, but I actually switched my son's insurance over to a whole life off of the information and the knowledge DJ provided me, as well as his partners that he actually worked with. I mean, he gave me a whole breakdown. We met, I want to say, once a week or every 2 weeks. We met starting in the end of July and August. So I like that hands-on, the conversation and the constant communication. I definitely enjoyed that, because even if I had a question, I can, text him or email him, and he always provided me with a prompt response. So I appreciated that. So we started off with a risk assessment, and that was just a risk assessment to see what type of investor I was. Was I conservative, moderate, or more like a risk taker? Um, we did a to-do list. So everything on my to-do list and my packet was like that thick. I had to DJ because he wanted everything, but I understood. I mean, it took me about 2 days to do it, but I understood why he did it, because it was all worth the while. And in the end, he went over my personal net worth. I got it all here. I don't know if y'all can see it, everything.
Watch out now.
Yep. I see it.
He also gave me, we went over my money cash flow analysis, my debt to freedom, what I need to be out of debt in a certain amount of time. We also went over my housing analysis, emergency funds, retirement that I needed, and we tied that in with the rate of inflation. So I definitely appreciated that. Investments, what I need to do with my LLCs, giving, like, donating to charities, even though we have our own nonprofit, but still budgeting for that. And then also I received like a detailed expense and living and budget expense. I don't know if y'all can.
Yeah, I put on the budget.
It's a lot. So it was well
You know what the funny thing is? Sharon was doing 90% of the stuff right, but it was just some of the stuff that she didn't know to get to the next level that actually played in abundance of success for her. And that's when I told her, I don't personally know everything. I said, you know what? Talk to Melvin. And then with the LLC challenges that she was having, because I'm not doing that on a regular basis. I know how to do it, but I let the team handle it. Mm-hmm. Then Leonard Ray came in and basically cleared the pathway for Sharon. Could you talk a little bit about that? Because that's the importance of winning championships and being a team player.
Absolutely. Yes. So then I met Leonard, because I know DJ was bugging Leonard, like, you have to talk to her. She wants to really meet you. So he made that connection, and me and Leonard actually would talk, I want to say every 2 weeks. So he'll call me, and I'm still learning, me and my son, how to trade Forex. So he actually went into my account, monitored what I was doing, telling me to go on a demo account, which I did. And he just kept telling me, you know how to trade, you just need to be more patient. So ever since then, what he told me and mentored me, I've been having more wins than losses. I'm still working on my risk management and my stop losses, but I'm going to get there. But he helped me a great deal from that standpoint, from losing to actually winning. And another thing, Leonard also advised me, I can say he's as well as DJ. They're very great mentors, helping us believe in ourselves and let us know that we can do it. Also following through with the tasks that assign us. So that's another thing. You can bring the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So we have to do our part as well. So I do appreciate that about DJ, even Nick, even you, Erica, with your shows. I tune in periodically, and as well as Leonard Ray. So, and I was also on a Forex webinar, and Leonard even advised me on my businesses as well, what I needed to do to get those set up. I'm gonna finish that with my LLCs. I was dealing with some family issues that came unexpectedly, but it's worth the while, everyone. Whatever investment it is, just think about it better in your life and your future and your retirement and for your youth. It's well worth it. Well, it don't matter. You giving it away for free. I had to pay it. So, but I wouldn't complain about not a penny of what I spent after, the knowledge that I received from these individuals. So I want to thank you all, and also keep doing what you all do. Thank you for the new partnership, Ms. D. And y'all have to really look forward to working with these awesome people.
All right. Hey, look, Nick, there's DJ Money. They're still, tell Nick to get on it. They're still in here trying to register for that webinar. You guys, wait a minute. We're going to get it fixed. Thank you, Sharon.
We'll get it fixed. He said he resent it to you, Erica. Thanks, Sharon. Appreciate it. All the kind words.
No problem.
We're gonna put a Forex club, a Forex fund together that you'll better work with us inside the Forex, fund. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week. Okay.
Okay. You all too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Awesome. So D, you're not the only person that I and Dr. Jolly that I try to wear down when I know that we got to be with you, because our people need people like you to be funneled through us, because as you well know, it's access. So they can have all the tools, but they may not have access, which we had to, bust our butts to get access. They shouldn't have to do that. And that's what I'm excited about with being able to be blessed by you guys, because I can pass those blessings on to Sharon, on to Sean. I can pass the blessings on to Isaiah, and I pass the blessings. We have one other person want to come on who's an attorney named Ms. Ranji, and she's got a phenomenal story too out of the East Coast. Do we have her in the queue, Erica? And Nick said he's recent.
I don't see her.
Okay, let me hit that back up and get that going. And people, forgive us if the link's acting up, but you're gonna have a ability to get on this until the 17th. That's when I fly out of town for my birthday. But you'll better access it. So bear with us, and we'll get that taken care of. Don't let technology prevent us from accessing. So if what you can do, Eric, in the interim, is put Nick's email in the chat, and every one of those people can email Nick right now. Nick@djthemoneycoach.com, and he'll send every one of those people right now the correct link to get them plugged in right now today.
Say it one more time. Email Nick
at djthemoneycoach.com. So everybody is listening. If you email right now, Nick@djthemoneycoach.com, he will send you the link. And the first 50 people that register tonight get in the webinar exclusive with Miss D. Taylor Jolly, Leonard Ray, and myself. That's a $3,000 training that we're going to give to you absolutely free as a birthday gift from me, a birthday gift from Leonard, and Merry Christmas from D. Taylor. But it's the first 50, so you got to do it now. And what I'll do is I'm now kind of pulling the cart before the horse, because the technology has prevented us from having that link available. So what we're going to give everybody real quickly is 3 things of value. One, we're going to give them the complete fundamental course, because I think you might have now noticed that you saw 2 live testimonials came from 2 perspectives: a brand new person, but a person like Sharon who's seasoned, and she had 3 LLCs were making really good money. That she just had.
Okay, tell Sharon to call me. What's up, Sharon?
Right. So like what you talked about, D, is that some of these people get to a level and they didn't have everything together, even though they're making money, they still need help. That was Sharon. She had everything together, but then she had a physical setback and she had to stop working, and then some things kicked in that fortunately she had the right policies, but some of the things weren't situated correctly. So that's when she would need somebody like you. So what you'll see is we're going to give you the complete course, 3 hours, 18 modules, downloadable. That normally costs $400. Also, we're going to give you a consultation with me personally. That's a $400 consultation. So that's $800 right there. Then, if the first 50 people register tonight, we're going to give you a 3,000 webinar training with me, D, and Leonard Ray, that you'll better get the back office boss, you better get the Forex fund, and you'll better get entrepreneurial endeavors into real estate, and we'll show you how to access those. So all of that you can get right now for $99.
Wow.
That's absolutely in corporate America. And D will share this with you. When we go do this for small businesses in corporate America, I charge $15,000 for this.
You guys, I put it in the chat, but I'll also email it out to the whole class.
Yep.
So don't worry.
Yep. So first 50 people that register tonight, you will get the $3,000 training with D, Leonard Ray, and myself next week. But if you don't register before then, you'll just get the course, the consultation, and what comes with the consultation is just what Sharon talked about. You'll get that analyzation, you get that risk tolerance questionnaire to build the foundation so that you can get everything right for 2021. So I just want to add that right now because we didn't get our technological link together. And the last time we did this with you, Erica, we had over 80 people in 24 hours jump on and backload our system, but we're ready now. And I'm going to work with everybody up until the 31st. So it's important for you to get on now, because I usually shut down my office on the 17th until the 5th of January. But I knew it was important when I was blessed by Dr. Jolly and Dee to get the word out and then bring people on the platform to share their experiences with with everybody. So I'm going to make sure we get these other two, because it's good to hear from every side perspective. People can ask questions right now. So we're going to kind of, and here's the beauty of owning your own business. You don't have to stay in line with the script. You have to stay with what God is telling you to do. Amen. And right now, people want the information, and we want to share it with them. And they could ask questions of me, Dee, and we'll knock them out the park. And like Ford said, who created, the Ford Motor Company, he said, if I don't know the answer, I can press a button and get the expert to answer the question and make it happen. He actually got sued because a couple of his peers were calling him a dummy because he didn't know anything. He said, well, I can't be that dumb if I can press this button in court and the expert comes up and answer your question and know everything. And that's my basis of being the 7 spheres of money and the DJ, the money coach. I know the experts like Dee, 30 plus years in small business. I know the experts like Leonard, 20 plus years in Forex. I know the people in mutual funds and securities like Melvin, 17 years. Lisa Shebar, who's my attorney, who was going to come on tonight, but she had another arrangement, but she does trademark and litigation for McDonald's hamburgers. So you're going to get access to her, Dee, Melvin, Leonard, for a mere $99. But the first 50 got to register tonight because we have a capacity. Because if we don't get 50, we're not going to do that special webinar the day before my birthday. We're not going to do it. Okay, Ronnie's trying to come on. She said she lost sound. So I'm going to try to do.
Tell her try it again.
Yeah, tell her try. Yeah, I'll tell her try again. And then if we could do one of your other, can you see if the video that Nick sent you from Isaiah, if we can run that real quickly? It's only 30 seconds.
I would say it's been messing up whenever I try to share a video on StreamYard, so I don't want
to put it down in the link, and that'll great. So right now, what I like to be able to do while we're trying to get Ms. Johnny, let's answer some questions and tell them a little bit more about some insights from you, Dee, and tell them why you know these things are very important and what's the value of it in and of itself. Because again, we just connected just a couple of weeks ago, but we realized that it was such a great fit.
All right, first, I have such a passion for the details, the fundamentals, because of how I messed up so much before. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean that I was not educated, but I was not educated in how the small business arena actually worked. And I think, DJ, I had mentioned to you that I grew up in this entrepreneurial space, but I never paid attention. We had a grocery store, we had a laundromat, we had a hair salon, but I never paid attention to the details of what my parents did because my goal was to get an education and to get a white collar job and just collect a check and do other things. Life has a way of not working out that way. You have to have, and you need to have something that you can control. And I ended up marrying this person by the name of Willie Jolly, who is a great salesperson, I would say. Mm-hmm. And said, you know what? If you can work with these people on Capitol Hill and move these pieces around and manage them, I think you can come and help me manage this business. I knew nothing about managing the backside, but I quickly figured out after I tried to do payroll myself, got the taxes wrong, and then had the IRS give me a little nice note that I needed to get wisdom from other people and figure this out. So after talking to several payroll services and the pros and cons, that was the beginning of my venture in, you know what? I don't need to know how to do every little detail, but I need to surround me with people who do. I need to have enough knowledge so that I can ask the questions and review what they're doing. But I don't need to do all the little detail because that takes me and Willie away from what he does, which is focused on the media and the professional development and the writing of books. And having said that, we have our latest book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, where we talk about how we work together as a couple And is it always up? Not necessarily, but that there is mutual respect. And that's a whole nother thing for people who are in business. You have to have a support system, not just the business side, but if you are in a relationship,
Woo.
there needs
Say that again.
that if you're in a relationship or you are a married person, you need to have that support, or it's very difficult if you don't have that support, because businesses are up and down. You need that encouragement. You need that nurturing. You need that, okay, you can put on your big boy pants and you can go back out there because I got your back. So if you don't have in your relationship someone who has your back, then you're going to have to figure that out and find a network that
It is.
be
Right there on Amazon.
for you.
Right now. That's a powerful book. Hey, Erica, Nick said you used the old link. He said use the new link that he sent you. That's the reason why it's not working. He said if you can use the new link that he sent you tonight, it's working. You can put that up. The old link that was expired.
Tell them to email it to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
And real quick, thank you, Olvin Hatchin III, for the $5 super cash app. Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you so much. But
So let me reiterate, it does not matter your specialty. Every specialty needs support to keep money that is coming in that you've worked so hard for, and to grow that money, be it Forex or whatever that investment needs to be. And you need to have enough understanding so you know what you're investing in.
Absolutely.
And being able to evaluate. And I have Mr. Willie Jolly in the background. I don't know what he said.
I just want to show you guys, these are all the books from Mr. Willie Jolly.
He said,
Change your life.
Something. What?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Absolutely.
On
Man, this is amazing. Man, I'm so excited.
Thanks.
That, we have.
We're giving away two things: a free chapter from our Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last book, Willie.
Oh man.
Communication. And let me just say, this is not just for married couples. What you guys are doing, Miss Erica, Mr. DJ, the money coach, your power is in the ability to communicate your ideas and sell people and influence, more so not so, but to influence people on the value of what you bring to the table.
For sure.
If you go to wjspeaks.com and put in gift, wjspeaks.com/gift, you can get a free chapter, which is the one on communications. That's what he said he wanted to give.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
John.
you.
You are
We appreciate that.
You guys are doing an amazing job, because you're getting young people at the starting line. Just think about being able to invest. And if you have any kind of job and you can do your Roth IRA now, oh my God, in 30 years, you're $1 million putting in the basics. What is it? $6,000 a year with your Roth IRA?
Yep. And it's 7,000 for people over 50.
So you are helping people build their wealth foundation. And it does not matter the field that they're in. The fundamentals work. And you have to make it, you have to keep it, and then you have to invest it. But you have to have enough understanding, because there are always charlatans. The other thing about DJ, he has vetted the people. So you don't have to necessarily wonder, well, are they really telling me the truth? I don't know if I should invest. You have an opportunity to have trusted advisors who can walk alongside of you and teach you. That's invaluable.
Hey, I see Ms. Ronnie is on. Can we see if we can bring her in? She's saying she can't hear, but let's see if we can hear her.
Hold on a second. I'm going to bring it.
And I resent you the link as well, Erica. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear. Go ahead.
Yep, we can see you and we can hear you. We can hear you. If you get a little bit closer, we can hear you a little bit better.
I can't hear you.
We can hear you.
Pull that camera closer.
Pull your camera closer.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to speak. I have no sound, so I'll just speak. My name is Sharon. I'm an attorney. I came to know DJ Money Coach through the Urban X platform. My husband, Carlos Hernandez, he actually follows Urban X and told me about DJ Money Coach. I think the seminar that we found out about was when he was speaking about life insurance. And we watched him, kind of learned a lot from him. And then he had another webinar over the summer, really talking about planning your finances and how to build your finances. At this point in our lives, we're kind of good with our credit, but we wanted to figure out how to take our finances to the next level, understanding investments, understanding how to leave a legacy, a financial legacy for our children. So we took his webinar, and then we took his one-on-one coaching plan, which was great. We kind of learned how to pretty much in hopefully 7 years be debt free. We learned how to reduce our mortgage. So currently, our mortgage was we had 13 years left on our mortgage, and learning through DJ Money Coach how we could refinance and get that debt done and finished and completed in 7 years was, I think, one of the best things we could do. And also how to refinance to get rid of our car debt and use any excess to remove and just live debt free. And then from there, kind of build our resources for investment. And we also are interested in real estate investment and how to purchase and buy property in that area. I was skeptical at first because my husband found it, and I was like, I'm not sure about DJ Money Coach. But I heard him out. We had sessions that were set for an hour, and literally DJ Money Coach would sit there with me for like 3 hours and answer every question I had. And I questioned him, investigated everything. How do you know this information? How did you learn it? How is this important to my life? I don't want to hear about anybody else. How does this work for our family? And he was patient with us, and he broke down everything for me in a way where I can trust him. And I realized that he wasn't in it just for the money. It was really about educating us and building us as a couple, and then just building his community and making sure we're aware and we are able to move forward in a positive financial way, and also leave a legacy for our children. So I want to learn more from DJ Money Coach. I've realized, even though certain things we went on our own, just as far as learning about the Roth IRA, we took some steps for ourselves. We realized that DJ Money Coach has so much knowledge, and his team has a lot of knowledge and has informed us. We talked with Melvin as far as our life insurance, what policies that we needed for ourselves, what policies we needed for our children. So it's just been a great experience, and they're so knowledgeable, DJ Money Coach and his team. And I don't know Erica as much, but I know I did one of her webinars 2 weeks ago, and she was just very well informed about her area, and it's just a great team to work with. So anybody who's thinking about doing it, not sure, it's worth the investment, it's worth your time. If you're really trying to build something for yourself or your family, you need people around you who are informed and who are knowledgeable. And I think just the fact that you tuned in tonight is a great first step. All right. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I can't hear you guys. I'm sorry.
Give her a thumbs up.
But have a good night. Thank you for allowing me to come and speak. And I hope I've inspired somebody to join your team and join the webinar and really learn and build for themselves.
Wow. I'm humbled.
All right.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words.
She couldn't hear you, but maybe she'll hear you later.
Yeah, man. I almost started to cry, to be honest with you, because it took Ms. Ronnie, probably she called me about 4 times before she even got in the program. And I could sense that she had, a bad experience with somebody in the past. And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll help you for free because I understand where you are. And we just kept working. And I just said, you know what? If you don't get the value, I will satisfaction guarantee the program. And this was back in April. Then since then, we're now helping her out with the homeschool program. And that's not what I'm promoting on this platform, but I've homeschooled my children. All of my children have been homeschooled, and Erica's met my oldest son, and my oldest son is 16. He's got a full scholarship to University of Texas engineering program at 16 years of age.
Wow.
My son will start his second semester at UT next January 17th, and he will not turn 17 until the 27th of March, and he'll be ready to start his second year of college. And just creating that community is what it's really about, guys. And it's right. I didn't realize how long I was on the phone with Ms. Ronnie because I didn't care, because I wanted to make sure she was A-okay, even if she never worked with me, that she was able to go vet other people. And by her being an attorney, she had a lot of detailed questions. And I just took my time based on my experiences and knowing where she was when I was in the same situation. And I knew that if I gave her the right information, she could go out and work with any professional and put it easy. And since that time, they've bought 2 real estate properties.
Wow.
And they also have invested with us in a major project. So
Wow.
from complete doubt and skepticism to complete advocate. And now we're working together on the homeschooling program. And it's amazing, the benefits and the serendipity experience. And I think that's the reason why we're blessed with you, D, and Dr. Jolly, because again, like I said, you didn't know me from a hole in the wall, but we are assertive and we are committed to our cause, and we love helping people. And at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, is be a blessing to everybody out there.
Yes.
And that's why we want to let people hear from somebody that looks like you, maybe where you are, not just hearing from the people who's trying to sell you something, because that's not this program right here. Our program is to help, because we're going to lose more, honestly, than what we will make by giving you this program that we make in the corporate sector. But that's what the call is. So if anybody has any questions, anything like that, I want to respect Dee's time and want to answer any questions right now about the opportunity and what the special is. And again, I reiterate, reason why we're putting the first 50 people, because we literally were closing down. This was our last event, but God, put it on my heart to say, hey, let's help some other people from that experience we had with Sean. We had experience with a guy named Javon, and we let him inside that Forex webinar. And it just showed me that even though you may not have been ready, but your dreams are that way, why not share that with somebody? And that's what you guys did. And what we had, I was telling you, D, is all of a sudden our phone is ringing off the hook because people are calling us from your show. And we literally have 7 to 10 meetings between tomorrow and Thursday that we're going to be helping people with, Erica, just like we had Erica program people actually shut down our server the first time we were on her show. I mean, literally, stuff just kept coming in. Hey, Dr. Jolly, how you doing, sir?
DJ.
He had to come in here.
DJ, the money coach in the house. And let me just say to folks, greetings to everybody. My wife said for me, please listen in. And I was working on a new book, and I had some emails to some of my clients to see. And I said, I'm going to listen in. And I just want to say she was right. One, he is aggressive. There used to be a chant when I was in high school. BEAGGRISSIVE. Be aggressive. You got to be aggressive. You got 2 options. You can be aggressive or you can be casual. Now, if you're a casual, you will end up a casualty. So you must be aggressive about your goals and dreams. Number 2 that they've talked about, I thought was profound, was that you have 2 options on how to get to a goal: mentors or mistakes. Both will get you there. One just gets you there with less headaches, heartaches, and knots upside your head. So get mentors, people who have been where you want to be and have done what you want to do, so that you don't have to make the mistakes they made, and that they can teach you how to avoid those mistakes. And then you've got to think big. You got to think big, think bold, think wide, think expansive, and don't be afraid of making a mistake. We all make mistakes. It's part of the process, but don't make the same mistake twice. So once is a mistake, twice is stupid. You don't have to be stupid. And so I'm encouraging you to follow DJ, the money coach. He called me. He was aggressive. But the Lord said, and I'm a man of faith, he said, bless this young man, put him on the show. People on my show are like Colin Powell, Damon John, John Maxwell, Les Brown, Gladys Knight. And so they're all the A-listers. Steve Case.
From LL.
But, you know, I said something about this guy. And the Lord said, bless him. And look, he and my wife have made this connection. She's going to bless him. He's going to bless her. They're going to be helping bless people to get from being what I call all hat, no cattle. What that means is they live in a $1 million lifestyle on $30,000. Okay, and they are upside down, dead up to their eyeballs, and they can't figure out how to get from one paycheck to another. What we want to do is create wealth. We want to create wealth, and that is something we've been working on. So again. We want to first, we want to give things to people. We've learned that the more you give, the more you get. As you give it to people, it shall be poured back into you. So go to jollymarriage.com,
That's different.
jollymarriage.com, and get the free chapter from. I got it because you messed it up.
He changed his
No,
mind.
I didn't.
Help me.
It's okay. I put it in the chat earlier. I put the first one you told me in there earlier.
.com for the free chapter from the marriage book.
Okay,
Then,
I'm sorry.
then
Yes,
there's a
yes.
separate gift. I said we're going to give you 2 gifts.
Oh,
WJSpeaks.com
There we go. Yeah, we got that one.
gift. WJ. Now that's not the marriage book. That
Okay.
is my ebooks, some of my XM shows, some of the people who have changed my life. And some of there are 2 ways to get to goals: mentors and mistakes. And if you're not growing with mentors, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to make them over and over. So get around people. That's why on that you'll be able to get that. Then listen to my XM show and also get my podcast. We want to help create wealth. We've created wealthy people all over the globe, and I want to help more. DJ, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. All right. I'll close with this.
he takes over.
I take over. Here's my last thought, and I want y'all to think. This has been a tough year for everybody. 2020 has been tough. It's been tough. There's massive job loss, pandemic, economic downturn, racial strife, social upheaval. It's just been tough. But I want to say in my office, there are 2 things I have. I have pictures of eagles, and I have a picture of an ostrich. It remind me that you have to make a choice. Are you going to be an ostrich or an eagle? Now, an ostrich, the picture of the ostrich, his head is in the ground. When the tough times come, he says, wake me when it's over. But the eagle does something very odd. In the midst of the storm, the eagle takes flight and flies right into the face of the storm. It fights through the storm. It struggles through the storm, but then it gets above the storm. And it can look at the whole panoramic view of the environment. And it says, yes, there is a problem right here, a crisis, a challenge right here. But there's good up the road. Keep moving, keep fighting, keep striving, because there's good up the road. And what I'm saying to you today, everybody who's watching, there's a crisis right now. There's tough times right now. But there's good up the road. Get around people who are doing things, going places, because they see the big picture. They're flying, and they see that there's good up the road. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Before we listen, you guys, we're getting close to the hour and 30-minute mark. I know you guys stuck with me, but I'm going to wrap it up by thank you, Isle Wilder, for the $10 super chat. She's like, phenomenal information. Thank you, Kristen. This is going to be our question because he super chatted it.
We're going to answer that
and we're going to wrap it on up. Okay. I thank y'all for your time tonight. I know you guys got families and kids to look at. So Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, question in business. Is it important to have a banker, CPA, and a lawyer, or is this not necessary? Again,
would you like to answer that, or you want me to answer that?
I'm gonna let y'all answer it.
We're both. All of us should answer. The short answer is yes. Then I would say you've got to select carefully. Mm-hmm. Why carefully? Because all banks and credit unions are not created equal. You have to know what kind of business you are so you can go to where that they can help you with your business. Example, we started out with a very, very small bank where I could then go in and talk to the banker. Are they willing to give me a line of credit? All of that. The bank got us sold. The bank got us sold. The bank got us sold. And now we're with Wells Fargo. in the industry, Wells Fargo is not friendly.
Mhm.
But because we have so many accounts, it is not easy to unwind these things.
That's a great
So
point. Great point.
We don't think about that. You know, you get all these people who call you, well, I can do this for you cheaper. Move your stuff in. We have things that are intertwined. For example, for those who are interested in becoming involved with government contracting, your SAM registration, your bank accounts are attached to those things. That's how the money flows. So yes, a bank is essential. You have to decide whether it's going to be the bank or the credit union. And the credit union is a membership thing. A CPA, absolutely essential. I've been through that too. Oh, there's somebody cheaper who can do it. Yes. But
Cheap ain't always better.
No. But do they understand my business? Do they know the legal deductions that are good for me? No. Then I had to pay the person who messed it up, beg to go back to the people who did it correctly, who were so gracious and top notch and did it. So yes, you need a CPA. Sometimes the CPA and the bookkeeper are all in there together. But yes, you need somebody to manage those dollars and to give you the evaluation. Nonetheless, that's your expertise. Okay. And then you need a lawyer. Maybe you don't need a lawyer as primary on your staff, but you need someone to review your basic documents to make sure that the basic deals that you enter into are to your benefit. That's all I got to say.
I'm going to simply say I've been doing YouTube and multiple businesses for 7 years. 1 year I tried to do my own taxes very ignorantly, and let's just say when I got that $30,000 IRS tax bill, I quickly found myself at a lawyer's office and an accountant's office immediately and turned it over. Since that day, I do not do my own paperwork. I strongly, even if you think you're not making that much, if you don't do it right, you're going to have a very welcome letter from the IRS. Hello, Miss Williams. How can we help you? So don't do yourself that way. Please save yourself that headache. Don't do it.
Let me close it out for. Also, the link is working now. We have 10 registrations I see, but I'm sure we have others coming in.
I know we've got people commenting they can't get in.
Yeah, so everybody don't panic. The link is currently working. I see 10 that have already come in. So just keep getting on there. It'll work. So to answer that, like Dee and Erica said, it's so important to be a proactive Christian. So a lawyer was the first person to save me. Lisa Shebar actually helped me get my money from P. Diddy. I'm not name dropping, but the reality is in 2006, I did my first entertainment deal for 6 figures with P. Diddy directly at an all-star event through his manager over the President's Day weekend with the NBA All-Star Blackout Party in Houston, Texas. Had over 6,000 people attend. The event itself made almost $1 million that night. Their organization tried to steal our money, but because my attorney had a contract written to protect us, that's this document that she created for me called $6,000. It's called a non-circumvent, non-gag order. It's 2 documents combined together that actually supersede contracts. And what attorneys with other attorneys, they have to abide by the laws and share information through what they call what is it called when they dispose a person? They dispose a person. So what happened? Diddy's managers claimed that they didn't make any money after they paid out all this cash to the fire department, the employees, and then we were the main investor, had over $100,000 invested with them, and they said they didn't have our money. So they told us they would give us our money with this fake check, and I said I don't take checks. And the bank was closed on President's Day. I got on the phone with my attorney, Christian. My attorney called their attorney, and they had a insurance policy through Ticket Master, and had to be proven that they had this insurance policy. That insurance policy paid us our $250,000. That was back in 2006. That was the first time I had to have an attorney ever to actually go in that realm. So what I decided to build the 7 spheres of money is 3 people you got to work with right away in some shape, size, or form: an attorney, an accountant, and a financial planner. And they will sit down and not compete for your dollar, Christian. They will actually create a symphony and give you the best information that 1 + 1 will equal 11. See, the problem is people are always working with professionals that don't fit their business, and that professional is constantly trying to sell them to make money versus working together to help them win, and that's how they win. So that's the reason why you do have to have those people, and you have to be able to vet them. And that's what the 7 Spheres of Money does. It vets all the professionals for you and then refers you people through our industry and our sphere of influence who will be equally lined up and equally yoked with you. So that's what I would say. So what I want to share with you guys before we leave is real simple. Here's what you're going to get. Again, you're going to get the 3-hour 7 Spheres of Money System Family Finance 101 course. You're going to get a comprehensive family booklet that you'll take to any professional and ask them questions like Erica talked about with her tax situation, and like Dee talked about. You better just go to one page in the book and you better ask that professional. And if they can answer those questions, you don't work with them. You also get, as a bonus, you'll get to work with me directly in a consultation like Sharon talked about. You better work directly with Melvin in a complimentary consultation, no additional cost for that investment of $99. You can't get that anywhere on the planet for less than $1,000. I guarantee you that. Not at our level. I got 20 years in this business. I've helped over 20,000 people. I have everybody on my team that are experts that have 15 years plus, and they all have done multi-million-dollar deals and run million-dollar businesses. That's what you're getting as a birthday gift from us. And the first 50 people to register, they get the $3,000 webinar training. Not webinar, but training on Forex, on Back Office Boss, and 7 Spheres of Money. So I thank you, Erica. I thank everybody here. I want to say Merry Christmas. I want to say happy birthday to all the December babies. And I want you, don't be that person that don't let us put this webinar training together for you guys next week, because it's going to be amazing. Because in 2021, we're going to do 4 things that nobody's done. We're going to build a $1 million Forex fund that everybody can invest in like a hedge fund. It's not a hedge fund. And let me tell you, I'm not a registered investment advisor. I'm not a hedge fund manager, but we know how to set up Forex funds that can make $50,000 to $75,000 a week. And you can come on board. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to build our $20 million resume in real estate, which we already have. And we're going to double that in 2021 because we've been doing that for 15 years. We own over 260 projects in Detroit, over 80 in St. Louis, and over 25 in Illinois. And we're about to endeavor in Texas and Florida as well. That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to help 1,000 people a month in every aspect of our business, through going through D. Jolly, going through Erica Williams, going through Leonard. We're going to help you if you're Sean, just getting involved, or if you're at Cher's level, or you're at D. Jolly's level that have done millions of dollars of business over 30, 40 years. We're going to have all the experts lined up because I'm going to take it off my goal to help you where you are, same way Erica opened up her heart to me. And the last thing, the most important is, we're going to help. The most important part of your legacy is your children. We're going to teach your children from age 8 to 21 how to become a millionaire by just putting $21 a month aside at a 12% return. By the time they turn 50, they'll have $500,000 in the bank. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it because it's an automatic pay yourself program through the Roth, the self-directed IRA, and the custodial Roth IRA that all your kid has to make is $600 that you can pay your child as a 1099, and you can open up a custodial Roth and put every dollar that they earn tax free. I don't understand if you understand what I'm saying. Pay your son, pay your niece, pay your nephew, pay your cousin $600 legitimate in a 1099 one time. And you can open up a custodial Roth IRA, put money in it, never be taxed on it ever in their life. That succession planning, transformational, generational wealth. If you got nothing out of that, do that if you never saw us again. And I wish you a pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. And Erica, Jolly, come join us on the beaches of the World Club, because I'm going to be on a plane and I'm going to be hitting the beach for my birthday. I love you guys. I appreciate you, Erica. I appreciate you, Dee.
Before you go, before I can pom-pom you, now wait a minute. All right, everybody who's been clicking the link, some people are saying it's working fine. Some people are not. I put Nick at the DJ The Money Coach. Make sure I spelled that right. Nick at djthemoneycoach.com.
Yep.
Email Nick if you are having problems. Some of you are successfully doing it. Some of you are not having a problem. I'm reading your comments. I see you guys. Thank you guys who are still super chatting. Also, they will follow up with you if you have any problems.
Tell you what, because of the technical difficulty, we're going to extend this people first until the 17th, okay? Because we can't let people out, because I'm getting some coming through again. And I know sometimes it could be an overrun of the system simultaneously. So you'll have until the 17th. I get on my plane that night. So as long as you register first 50, you will get in that webinar. And if we go over 50, you'll be in it as well up to 75. I got to cap it at 75 because there's only so many we can have on that kind of channel at the same time. So, hey, this has been amazing. I'm humbled by the opportunity to be on the platform again. And we're just out here going to do this work for our people. And we're stretching ourselves. And yes, I take it an honor to be aggressive. And I would ask you this. Everybody, I want you to write this down. The 4 P's of success. This is what enabled me to overcome everything outside of reading books. Number 1, be professional. That means speak the King's English, be 15 minutes ahead, and wear the right clothes. That's professional. Number 2, be persistent. And that's what I was with Dr. Jolly. I actually sent Dr. Jolly about 40 emails, close to over the last 3 years. And it was only the one that I kept reading the right book that told me that, hey, you know somebody that Dr. Jolly know, Dr. Frazier. Let him get that email, put that in the subject line. That's what I did. And number 3, perseverance. So I persevered through those emails because I knew I should be in front of Dr. Jolly. And the 4th thing was, when Dr. Jolly called me, he said, hey, give me your 60-second pitch, elevator, to why I should bless you, D. And I gave him my pitch, and I was ready to perform. So it's professionalism, persistence, perseverance, and be ready to knock it out the park, because you never know when success is going to be right at your door if you're prepared. That's all it is. And I believe and expect God's going to bless me because we have been blessing other people.
Amen.
So,
Sure. I just want to go ahead and close it out by saying thank you, everybody. I see your comments. Don't email me. Email Nick. Email Nick staff. Don't blow my staff up. Email Nick, and they will get taken care of you guys because I'm going to be in Tulum, Mexico. He's going to be on some island somewhere living pom-pom life. Miss D is going to be living her best life somewhere. Thank you, D, for the $15 super chat. Our people talking money. I must send my tithe. Thank you. And Miss Jolly, you finish us out. What did you have to share as we go ahead and close this on there?
Wow, you guys are absolutely awesome. It has been a pleasure. My spirit has been uplifted. And I would say that the next generation is in great hands. Associate with where you want to go. Erica, DJ the Money Coach, and the people who are in their circle. And then as they bless you, you bless other people. We rise because we rise on the shoulders of each other. And we are going to keep it going. Amen.
amen.
All right. Thank you so much. Listen, you guys, I try to bring on the heat and the fire to the show. I try to make it the best it can be. Listen, we just had some heavy hitters come through. Thank you guys so much. And you guys enjoy your afternoon. Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry Christmas.
Email Nick at DJ the Money Coach. He'll take care of you.